Hello and welcome back to the channel. So for this video we'll be completing the Coming to Fruition quest. This is where we left off at the end of the last video. Here we are outside Relay Tower where we'll need to load the master holotape. So let's go right in and do that. Oh, doing a quick run around. And of course we want to load a holotape. And let's looking for the oh, there it is, master holotape. And now we just need to go and reboot the system there at Abby's bunker. Which is up here. There we go. And as always, we have to unlock this level 0 terminal. Let's see, trying to look for the twofers. See some words that end in T. Let's just go down the list. Okay, nothing for 0, so can't be. One letter of edge. And I do have a weapon out because no matter how many times you come back here, the roach infestation returns. Apparently these roaches are big enough to open doors. If you just noticed him open that door and wander through there. And there's one radioactive roach. I think that's all of them. It is awfully annoying to get attacked by roaches while rebooting. But here we go.
Ignoring any and all possible glitches, you are officially the most amazing person in all of Appalachia. And hopefully not the only one. The Scorch detection system is fully up and running. If you had any idea how long it took us to just get half the system functional, the lives lost, my brother, my dad, and yours truly, of course. Now whenever the Scorched are around, the detectors will pick them up and broadcast a message to your Pip-Boy. All that's left is the means to fight them off. If you haven't already, check my terminal to read about the traps we've created for the Scorch beasts. Hopefully, they're still in working order, and they're your best bet at making those flying freaks manageable. Beyond that, the only ones with any real means were the Brotherhood of Steel. Obviously, they didn't last, but they packed some serious firepower. They took their last stand somewhere in the bog at a place called Fort Defiance. But, thanks to their code names, I have no idea where it is. You'll want to start at Camp Venture, Eddie's old survival training center. I've also put everything I've got on the Brotherhood under an entry called Fort Defiance on my terminal. Good luck out there. And thanks. If this holotape is playing, it means our lives and all this work meant something.
And there we go. We got some great plans. Go ahead and, before I forget, learn those plans. There we go. Nice stuff. And we have already investigated and read all of her. Take that circuit board, clipboard. I really don't. I believe my stash box is almost completely full. I probably need to do some selling. Yes, we've already read her holotapes that are there in the trash can. Don't really need that rad roach meat so much. So that is the end of this one. So the next one, if we remember, we read on a terminal there at Harper's Ferry, is the Tracking Unknowns quest. So let's go ahead and run down to Harper's Ferry. Well, there's the location of my camp. Maybe we'll have a chance to stop by. I think first we'll stop by this vendor and do a little bit of selling. And then we will go down to Harper's Ferry and across to this area here. And here we are, just east of Harper's Ferry. So if you teleport to Harper's Ferry, this is kind of where you show up at the train tracks. So we'll follow them over to that area of the map. Possible scrap. Oh, and a plan. Of course, that might be a plan I already have. You can see we've got some radiation barrels there. And some ladders. I guess we can just go ahead and real quick we'll explore this little path while we're over here. Oh. A little birdhouse. It leads us to this little campsite here on the nice little scenic overlook. Check the tent. Take that pocket watch. leads you to this little area here. Take the gunpowder, it doesn't hardly weigh anything. And then if you follow around, yeah, looks like a copper vein. Yeah. You can jump up in here for some great scenery. It's not getting us any closer to our destination. We want to go off that way. So let's go kind of back the way we came. That's a long way away. So there, to settle in a curiosity you might have had of where does that go? There's your answer. We get this little location. See that looks like there's a little, we'll take that cap stash. So a little cook area. So we could go in here and enter the tunnel. But right now, that is a distraction from where we're trying to get. See the free staters mark. But let's get around to this area where we were trying to get. So, retrace our steps to this. If you remember this from earlier in the video, climb up to the top of the mountain, run down. This climber didn't look like he had much luck. We should have a little bit more luck, I would think. So if you keep going off this direction, pull up the map real quick. Oh, time for a little drinky poo. Corn syrup. There we go. Should get us going. And as we follow our quest marker to the circle, going to be looking for a bot. I believe it's Mr. Handy model. All right, and here he is. So to kind of give yourself an idea, here's where we're at. And we see that we have, here's Jacqueline Murphy and Courtney and a first aid box. Let's go ahead and take their stuff.
You need to survive. I have a duty to fulfill. Fair trade, I'd say.
1 minute, give me a minute here, Mr. Hardball, to read Courtney's note. So she's worried about her cats, Lula and Misty.
Government threat observed. This better not be my ocular sensors betraying me. Running diagnostics. Sensors nominal. Visual confirmed. Initial readings indicate non-hostile. As a member of the Free States and protector of Harper's Ferry, I hereby conscript you into service. I am wounded to protect, and re-establishing communications with Duncan McCann is vital. I have reason to believe their party was ambushed and a distress beacon deployed, but the signal is too weak to find. Your duty is to find a signal booster. Possible search locations include Harper's Ferry or the Valley Galleria Electronics Store. Once you've acquired the booster, proceed to the Survival Training Center and call down a cargo bot using this passcode. Attach the booster, release the cargo bot, and wait for the distress signal ping to reach your pet boy. Follow the ping, find the party. Dismissed!
All right. So we have already traveled to the Valley Galleria Mall, so let's go back. Perhaps later off camera I'll run over. There's not really here anything interesting in this Tanga town, but let's go ahead for the sake of our video and get moving. And as I alluded to in an earlier video, return here to the Valley Galleria. Let's see, let's take out the Prowling Scorched. Right now, not the ideal weapon. Hopefully you found some kind of weapon with a scorched bonus by now. We also have quest to take a picture in here for our bucket list. So after I find the signal booster, we'll go ahead and get that. Again with the happy tunes. And it's usually in the electronic shop just off here to the right.
Warm again.
So we'll go by the behind the counter here in the electronics shop and get our signal booster. Let's go ahead and clear out the lobby so we can take a picture. there's probably somebody right above me. I say somebody. There's this another scorched. As if they persons, which they're clearly not. Hey, come back. This is the location of several little daily quests. Sometimes there's bombs, inert bombs strapped around here that you have to come find. Sometimes it's coils, relay coils. So let's see if this is going to give us the picture we want. So let's go ahead and pull up. Where's the bucket list? There's the bucket list. We want to take a picture of the skylight. All right. There we go. Oh. So let's make sure that we still have our cold shoulder as our second weapon. In fact, make sure we're fully loaded. Alright, we've got our weapons. Now, we've got one more picture left. What would it be? Anyways, we'll come back for our final picture later. Let's go summon that cargo bot. Now, the cargo bot, where it's wanting us to go here, is Fort Defiance. And if you remember, that is also one of our quests. So I'm going to go quick travel back down to Mr. B's and straight south, because you want to approach this from the high ground. If you fast travel here, if you have this location already and you fast travel, you start at the main gate. The best way to tackle this is to come from the north. So let's do that. Alright, so we're going to want to take the road west.